Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back to episode 12 of Pablo Talk. I'm so excited to be talking with you guys. I'm not going to lie. Today's one of those days where I'm like, oh my God, like, how am I going to get through an episode? And that's just normal with me. I feel like I always have those moments of self doubt, which makes the ending feel so much better. Honestly, that brings me to a conversation about my ADHD. Because a lot of you guys bring up my ADHD. A lot of you guys are like, Pablo, you talk so fast. Pablo, I love you, but you need to slow down. And honestly, I get it. Like, even right now, I'm like, starting to get like ramped up, and I think it's just because I get excited to talk. And also I have the problem with when I have guests, I do sometimes like have an urge to talk over them. And I saw Tana Mojo talk about it when she said that she would do podcasts on Canceled, and she would feel like she had to like squeeze her fist every time she had a guest because she just wanted to talk over them. I feel like that, but with myself when I'm talking, I like just keep talking about other things. But I'm going to actually genuinely try to take the advice that I get to make the podcast better. Duh. I feel like I've always been the guy that is open and allowing to criticism, but I don't take it as much because I'm just myself and I like that vibe. But I do want to make the podcast an enjoyable experience. And another thing I'm going to do is add an intro. I have a really funny intro idea that if you guys were on my live, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if not, it'll come soon, hopefully. I just need to hire somebody to do it because, bitch, I'm not paying no AI slot to do it for me. I thought about it, but then I was like, you know what? There's some T people out there. And I remember even Sty was telling me one time because he has like an intro in his YouTube video. And I was like, oh my God, bitch, how much does that cost? He's like, bitch, it was like $1,000. I was like, wait, what? Like these intros are expensive. So it'll come soon. It's a good little vibe and I'm excited about that. But what was I literally gonna say? Oh yeah, I want to actually like get into the reviews and everything of this. So thank you guys for everybody just being completely honest about what you think with the podcast. I do want to take it, and I'm even gonna try to talk slower today. I'm also gonna make the duration of the podcast like an hour and 10 minutes maximum, because I know a lot of you guys enjoy the longer ones. And if you guys do, let me know in the chat, and maybe we'll go back to it. But I do think that there's something about like having a concise time for a podcast and being disciplined with it. That way, guests know what to expect. Guests know what to expect. You know what to expect, and all that kind of different China jazz. Also, Shadow is currently looking at his water bowl, and I feel bad because I turned it off just for an hour because it makes such a loud noise in here. It's kind of peaceful, but it's like very, very loud, and it picks up on the microphone, so it can get there, guys. But we have such an exciting episode to get into. So much to update you guys on. I don't think I've talked to you guys solo since before Jezebel's episode, which was so tea. A lot happened with that, you guys, which we'll get into. But okay, so yeah, I talked about that. Oh, I've been adulting a lot, you guys. A lot has changed in this apartment. You can't really tell. I did add the money tree back into the vibe, even though it's not actually fully going to be there, just because it's cute. I'm going to get my TV raised. I hired somebody to do that. I have a whole new bed. I have a whole new setup in front of me. And like I said, you guys, I have money to get a new apartment realistically, but my credit is not going to get me a new apartment unrealistically. So unrealistically, it's realistic that I get an apartment with the credit that I have, because it just really gets there, you guys. Like, I fucked it up in the beginning and I'm really grateful that it's going better, but in order to get somewhere in LA, you need to have a high security deposit or high credit. And I don't want to put a bunch of money into an apartment like that. I just feel like that'd be stupid. So I'm just like making the space better. I'm not cutting any corners recently. I feel like that is a big thing that I've been doing in my life, is cutting corners just for the past couple years, because maybe I wasn't able to afford the nicest things or I didn't have the experience to do it. But now that I'm like kind of in a different adulting era, I've been taking care of things, you know? Like, look at the new wooden spoons. These were $23. Don't play with the wooden spoons. I didn't tell you guys that in the Jezebel episode. But yeah, these are tea. Because low key, guys, the ones that I was giving the guests, like no shade, they were like seasoned with carne. Like, it's gross. Like, I can't even believe it. But yeah, it's tea. So we've been updating and upgrading everything. I also just have like such a like Pinterest vibe going on in here, which feels very airy. And I think that the space that you're in is so important to how you feel throughout the day. And if I'm going to stay in here for at least the next couple months, probably until like September vibes, then, you know, I'll just make it my vibe and I'll make it my space. I'll put very like low effort costs into things and like fixing it. Like, I'm gonna get curtains and I got a new lamp, and I just feel like it's little everyday things that can like really help you get out of bed in the morning. Because I'm that type of guy, guys, that I don't know, I feel like I have so many things going on and I'm so cool with all that, but no matter where I'm at, I'm always cleaning my apartment. Like, I have like an addiction to cleaning. Like, my friends are always like, Pablo, like, you clean so much. And I'm like, I know. And I wonder what it is. And I think a big part of it is just like, if you don't aesthetically enjoy your place, maybe you like convince yourself you need to keep cleaning or declutter or whatever. I'm like, baby, it's not what's on the inside. It's almost on the outside. Because it was getting a little bit scary. So yeah, no, we up with that. Very, very exciting. But guys, oh my God, Catalina Island. We haven't even talked about that. Wow. So much has happened. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, me and Oscar went to Catalina Island. We took a boys' trip. It was very, very fun. But if you know anything about me and Oscar, bitch, we know how to party. Like, it really gets there with Oscar, and I have so much fun with him. But, anyways, I was going to go to Catalina Island alone on like a solo trip. And I want to get into the habit of posting very consistently for Coachella because, bitch, I know how Coachella goes. And I know that a lot is gonna happen, a lot of fun things, but it's very stressful to like what is that IRL vlog and like post in the moment. I'm like, all right, try and be an influencer for a day. No, I'm serious. Like it is like posting like consistently, like it's like hard and like the way I edit is very fast. So I just wanted to get back into that like vibe and see like if I could do it. And I did it and it was tea. But last minute I ended up inviting Oscar because I was like, you know what? Like if somebody's free, like I wouldn't mind going with them too. And me and Oscar always vlog together. And if Oscar says yes, maybe Drew will say yes. So I invited Drew and Oscar. I texted the Bob House group chat, which is our group chat. Yes, it is that. It's called Bob House. But I asked them. Oscar said yes, which I was gagged about because Oscar's been a little busy recently. And I was like, yes, let's do it. But Drew, he was like, oh, I have some work to do. Like, I can't go. And I was like, fuck, no, I really wanted us to go as a trio, but me and Oscar went, and we went very impulsively. So I would say at like 10 p.m., everything was booked, everything was confirmed, and I called them that morning and I felt a little sicky. It's like I was getting a little bit sicky vibes, but I could not be sick for Catalina Island. If you don't know what Catalina Island is, it's like a super beautiful island, maybe like an hour boat ride away from LA. It literally seems like the Mediterranean. It is beautiful. The aesthetic of the houses, the ocean is gorgeous. It's so hot. The people there have such good camaraderie. You can rent a golf cart. You can rent a bicycle. You can swim with dolphins. You can swim with fish. You can go paddleboarding. You can literally do anything. There's zip lining. But the thing is you can get around the whole island on a bike in like an hour. It's so tiny, but there's a very small community on there. And I don't know why it's not more popular. Maybe it is in the summer. I feel like every time I go, I get lucky. Like I choose to go on like a Wednesday or Thursday because I don't know if I would enjoy it so packed. But bitch, it wasn't even packed and we still had a ball, let me tell you. So me and Oscar met in Long Beach, which is where the ferry goes. You have to get on a ferry. And it's, for anybody wondering, it's $40 for there and then $40 for back. So it is, I guess, a little bit expensive, but you're going to a nice island. So me and Oscar, we had a 10:30 a.m. ferry. You have to book it because they sell it really fast, low key, even on a slow day. So we had to book it 10:30 a.m. Of course, me and Oscar were both running late. We both got there at like 10:16 a.m. We parked our cars by 10:20 a.m. Then we had to run there. By the time we got there, it was like 10:26, 10:27. But the boat was already departing. No, I'm not gonna lie. It was like 10:27, but then we went to the front. We waited in line for a second because we thought we had to get physical tickets. And I was like, Oscar, no, I think we could just show them the QR. And he's like, oh shit. So that's when we ran out. It was maybe like 10:31 by that point, and the boat was it was going away. And bro, we paid so much money for that. They're non-refundable. So we were like, oh my God, no, we missed it. And there were only other ferry was for like 2 p.m. that day. And if you know anything about me, bitch, I try to be positive on a lot of things. I hate stubbing my toe. I hate multiple other things that could fall into that niche category of stubbing my toe. But I hate getting to the beach at 3 p.m. That is like my worst fear in life. It makes me feel like the substance monster. It's like, it makes me feel like I just rushed everywhere to get there when it ends. And it like actually blows my mind. Like I hate it. Like if I have a nice beach day, it needs to start at like 10 a.m. Then I go into like 3 p.m., get lunch, come back, then sunset, and I'm all tan. It's a vibe. It's a structure. And I like that structure. So I was like, oh my God, the day's ruined. Oh my God. And then here I am on TikTok being like, come with me to go. I can't even say it. Every time I try to say it, I have a tongue twister moment. IRL vlog. I think it's called like update. Like, what is it called? In real life vlogging, in real time posting, something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. But I was trying that. So here I am like, come in real life post with me all day today while I'm doing this and doing that. Bitch, we missed the ferry. Oscar literally looked at me. He's like, it looks like the IRL vlogging is done for the day. I was like, bitch, no. Like, oh my God, what do we do? So that's when I kind of started looking at Oscar and I was like, And he's like, what? And I was like, what if I just got us a hotel to stay the night in Catalina Island? And he was like, he's like, Pablo, like I really would. And if he's down, you know he's down. So when he was saying that, I was like, bitch, are you down or not? It seemed like he had plans the next day. So I was like, okay, no, it's fine. Like, I guess we'll just go at 2 p.m., get there at 3 p.m. But the problem was our ferry back was at 7:30 p.m. So we were only going to have like 4 hours on the island. So I was kind of irritated. But I'm like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. So then we went to the front, we changed it. The girl at the front was being like super strict. Like they were running a tight program at the ferry, guys. If you go to the ferry to Catalina Island, like get there 30 minutes before, be nice, like literally show up with your best cologne, like just in case like you need to get let on the boat. Cause like, bitch, I would think I was only let on the boat because I knew a follower at the end. Like thank God, thank you so much for saying hi. I think his name was Nick. Yes, hey Nick. But basically we missed the boat, went back, tried to switch it. They were like, okay, they're all booked, they're all booked. Okay, maybe we can get you on this one. You're gonna be on standby for 2:30. Standby. So we weren't even guaranteed the 2:30 spot. And I was like, oh my God, like we're not gonna get there. We're never gonna get there. Like this is so, so bad. But we did it. And then that's when Oscar looks at me. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Just get the hotel. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, like when would we come back tomorrow? And I was like, we could do the 11 a.m. one. And he's like, yeah. We go to the front, we switch it. She's like, oh, but you couldn't do that because then you need a hotel. And hotels are really hard. And I was like, I already booked it. No, but there's no way you couldn't book a hotel that fast. I just did. Oh, I literally clocked her. No shade. Like, I clocked her because she was being rude earlier. She was like, oh, well, why'd you miss it? Okay, like, duh. Like, obviously, but, like, you're not my consuela right now. Like, don't tell me what to be. Like, I know I'm wrong. Like, we're already annoyed. I guess she wasn't in the wrong, but she was being a little attitudey. Like, I could tell. And she was telling everybody, like, well, that's what happens when you don't leave early on time. Girl, don't piss me, don't piss me off. But, so, instead of pouting about it, me and Oscar were like, you know what? Let's go get some drinks. So we walked maybe 20 minutes to the pier. I think it's like Pier 92, Pier 62 in Long Beach. And we went to this place called Jack's Tequila. I love that I know that. We walked on the boardwalk. It was nice. We had like 2 to 3 hours to spare before we could get on our next boat. We got some mimosas. We got drunkies. We went live with you guys, took pictures. It was a vibe. It was a key. And that's when me and Oscar knew we were going to have fun. And we also made sure to like sit outside in the sun so we could like make up for the sun compensation. And then we knew we were going to have the whole night. So we were like, okay, bitch, like it doesn't really matter, you know? We're in the sun right now. Like it's fine. So we had a lot of fun. And me and Oscar haven't hung out in a while. I'm not going to lie. Like, Oscar lives like an hour and a half away from me, if you guys don't know. And me and Oscar have always been very close. We met on social media and we hung out a little bit more before. I just think we're like busier now, but like, yeah, like, so it felt good to hang out with him. And I think there was a reason Drew couldn't come, maybe because like me and Oscar haven't had like a duo moment in so long. But yeah, that was a fun little vibe. We went back to the ferry. Bitch, we almost missed it again the second time. And we were standby at that. So we were already not really guaranteed our spots. So then we wait the line. We finally get to the top. Apparently, the first two people left earlier than us. And there was another boat. Literally, guys, apparently, okay, so the girl was telling everybody the only next boat was 2:30 and it's standby because everybody else was trying to get on that boat. So we're like, okay. But apparently, when everybody left and dispersed to like come back later for the 2:30 ferry, another ferry came and picked a bunch of people up. And they're like, oh, we have another ferry. And they left at like 11:15. So we technically could have left earlier. But I mean, we had fun. We had mimosas and stuff. Then we got onto the boat. Last minute, there was the guy who was letting people on the boat. He's like, are you Pablo? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, oh my God, come on through. I was like, wait, yes. Kim K era, famous era. That tour. And Oscar was like, oh my God, well, yes. And we went inside, went on the boat. There was no seats on that boat because it was so packed. We were like the last ones on it. So bitch, tell me why we were literally sitting in the luggage. Like, I'm not lying. We were sitting with the luggage on this ferry. Like, here we are trying to have an aesthetic day. Like, I wrote a vlog with me. Like, oh my boys trip. Bitch, we're literally drinking mimosas out of a water bottle left over from the restaurant as we're sitting on little metal racks where luggage is held in the back room. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. But we had a lot of fun with it. I went inside. I was charging my phone, hanging out with the older white people. I was like, hey, guys. They were like, can you turn down your volume, please? Like, do you have headphones? Because I was vlogging the edit from before. It was, like, no, literally, like, I was, like, editing and I had my headphones. And Oscar was in the luggage room, like, waiting for me because I just wanted to charge my phone. And, bitch, tell me why the older couple next to me, like, when I was sitting on the floor, they're like, can you put on headphones? Like, it's really loud. Meanwhile, it's me being like, come with me to Catalina Island. Like, bitch, where's the camaraderie? Like, bitch, we're about to go on, like, a little island. Like, can you be nice? Like, I'm about to be your neighbor for the next hour, day. Like, respect thy neighbor. Well, yes. So we literally just existed on that boat. I got us mimosas. We had a lot of fun. We just laughed a lot, you know, the vibes. And then we arrived in Catalina and it was so nice, you guys. It was so beautiful. We got there at like 3 p.m. So I was a little irritated, but I knew we were going to have the next morning. And I was like, who knows what's going to happen tonight? Like, who knows what's going to happen? Me and Oscar are both young, we hot, we single, we richness, we real bougie out here. We got a hotel. Like, who knows where the night could take us, right? So we immediately go to island rentals, which is typically where every time I've been to Catalina Island, where I will rent a golf cart. I've done it at 21 years old. I've done it with my friends. It's very easy to do it. And I've always kind of wondered why it was so easy to rent a golf cart on the island. But that was a big reason why I wanted to take you guys with me on TikTok, show you guys that. And I thought it would be fun and everything. But apparently when we got there, First of all, a lot of the island rental places close at 5 p.m. because it's an island and they're closing early. And the last ferry getting on the island is us. So a lot of their shit's already packed and sold out and everything. So we go to the first one, they're closed. The only next one that's open, we go. Hi, can we do this? Yeah, you have to be 25 years old. I said, oh, I've been here before. You have to be 21. They said, not anymore. And I said, oh, why not? Apparently, one of y'all went there with a fake ID, pulled up, got a rental, crashed it off a cliff. Really gets there. Condolences, but it really gets there. So now the age limit is 25. I was gagged because I've always done it at like 21. I've literally went through the whole island. I was like, I don't even know how they're letting us do this. So me and Oscar had to get electric bikes. We did not get tandem bikes. We are not that fit. No, I think getting tandem bikes on the island, we would have been fucked up because we were going up and down hills and cliffs and shit with those bikes. But it was so much fun, you guys. And I feel like living in LA, I don't have a lot of those moments where I can look around and like see nature and shit. And my brain doesn't shut up a lot. I'm not gonna lie, like it doesn't. That's a big blessing of mine, but maybe it's a curse too. But when I was there, I only really thought about WeHo 3 times. All right, now. I was just like looking around at the green, and there was horses, and me and Oscar were going up, and Oscar was blasting, cruising like a blue. Was it bruising for a cruising for a bruising? You know, the Teen Beach movie. And we were just having a fun time. Ugh, love you, Oscar. So fun. And then we returned the bikes after like an hour and a half, I think, because that's all we had until they closed. But in that meantime, we did a lot. We saw Descanso Beach, which is like the really bougie beach there. We saw the zip lining courses. We went all the way to the top. We took pictures. We took a lot of deep breaths. We went through the village where it looks like it's literally like beautiful, like Spain. I want to go to Santorini so bad. I know that's Greece. Oh, I want to go to Amalfi Coast. Oh my God, me in Spain. I was telling Sty and Evan the other day, I was like, bitch, I have a feeling I'm supposed to be like one of those really like hot model, like influencers that go to like Paris Fashion Week and like live in England, like Bach and all them. But then here I am like at WeHo, like yelling on live about like Sty like topping me. Like it just gets there. Like why are we like, it just gets there. So I'm like, no, this is my life. This is where we're at. All right. No, but and then even Evan and Sty were like, bitch, you would not have been them. And I'm like, well, yes, no, I would have. I would have. Anyways, but it literally did look like Spain, and it was so pretty. It was so beautiful. And the houses there, oh my God, it's really interesting because there's only like, I think like 4,000 people on the island, and they like all know each other, but there's like a school, and there's only one supermarket. And it's just like super interesting to me, like to see people living there. Like, I wonder what the real estate is like there. Like, I actually wonder what the real estate is like. Like, is it expensive? Like, it definitely has to be because the island is so unique. And like cruise ships stop there and everything. So it does have tourism. But I heard, fun fact, I was talking to some locals on the island, and a lot of the locals are from Mexico on the island. And you wouldn't expect that because Catalina Island sometimes give gentrified vibes. But a lot of the locals there that know each other came from Mexico. And that's so tea. And I love that. And we met so many of them. So in Honduras, that's also what the girl was telling me. But we did not try the buffalo milk. A lot of people are telling me if I tried the buffalo milk because there's a bunch of buffaloes and what are they called? Bisons, a bunch of big ass animals on the island. It's really cool, low key, but a lot of big ass animals. And apparently, like the milk is like really popular. A cocktail about. I did not try that. I did not try. I'm not vegan, but that is too much. That sounds like too much. Also, like milk and liquor, like that is just not my vibe. But it was so much fun, you guys. But when it got crazy was nighttime because we did the bikes. Then we went to a restaurant. We drank. We got a bunch of drinks. We got some food. We got drunkies. Then we bought a bottle. We went to the beach. We swam. We filmed TikToks in the ocean. It was freezing. I went in my jeans. A lot of people are like, Pablo, why are you in your jorts? But it was a joke. It was because, not a joke, but Oscar wanted to get in the water, but he didn't have shorts. And I was like, okay, well, I'll let you wear my bathing suit if I can go in these jorts. And you don't judge me. And he's like, okay, well, yes. So we went in together and it was fun. And we got a little bit drunkies. Then we had to find my hotel. My hotel was like in a pitch black canyon in Catalina Island. We got there like 8 p.m. and everybody was like asleep and shit. And we're like, bro, aren't we supposed to go out tonight? Like, I thought we were partying tonight. Like, nobody's out. We're in complete darkness. We get to like a little like, I wouldn't even say dingy because I don't think anything on Catalina Island is even dingy. But it was like this like cute little like hotel vibe, and there was only like this one girl at the front. You know, we were trying to make friends with her. There was a jacuzzi open. We're like, okay. Me and Oscar went into the hotel room. We took a bunch of drinks. Oscar showered. That's when I went to the jacuzzi, and bro, there was like these two guys in there, and I was just like alone, a little bit drunk, and like I don't know why I felt so awkward. I was like getting into their conversation and shit. Like they were talking about what were they even talking about? They were like doing a riddle, and like I, of course, had to know the riddle. Like, of course, Pablo had to know the riddle. And I'm hearing them talk about it, and I'm like sipping on my tequila sunrise, and I'm just like, is this the riddle you're talking about? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I love that riddle. Hi, I'm Pablo. And then they're like, hey, Pablo. And then we started talking. And I texted Oscar. I was like, bitch, not me talking with two trade in the fucking hot tub. He's like, no way. So Oscar runs and comes out. We start talking with these people. And like, of course, we're just like making friends. Like, so funny. This girl comes. We like start chi-chiing, kikiing with her. After a while, we knew we had to leave because we wanted to go out and party. Went inside, changed. Then we walked into the town of Catalina, and we walked through the dark canyons to get to the town, to the bars and all that kind of stuff, which there really wasn't much of, you guys, but such a funny story happened because of these bars. So I can't even regret going because it was so funny. But me and Oscar tried a couple different places. One of them was Locker Room, older vibe, not too much fun going on. I don't know what the other one was called. It was the second one we went to, but that's where we stayed for the rest of the night because they had like little music booths where you could play music and request it, but they were hella expensive, bro. Like Oscar paid, I think $23 that night to play two SZA songs. Sorry, I was just drinking out of my mug. 1 second. Literally, mind you, $23 for two songs. And we were at a bar. So we were listening to SZA in a bar, which usually I feel like isn't the place to be listening to SZA, but it was tea and everybody looking like around us like, oh my God, who put that on? And I'm just like, wow, like look at us infiltrating this little island, like playing SZA in this like little dive bar. It was tea. But we were just talking with everyone, bro. We were like, Pablo, there's not much going on. There's a bunch of older people just chapping and yapping. And I think that's all we can do. So let's just talk with them. And we did. And we started talking to all these older people and it was so funny. And so many people have different lore and everything, but there was this one guy. When we went to the bar on the right side specifically, there was this one guy by himself on the left. And in Oscar and I's eyes, he could have given trade for a second, like Latino trade. Well, he was straight allegedly conspiracy, but he was just sitting there by himself. So then I was like, Oscar, I'm drunk. Like, let's just be silly and talk to people. And I was like, yeah. And also, like, I knew like he wasn't actually like that cute. I think we were just drunk and being stupid and like wanting to talk. So I turned to my left. My favorite thing to do when I'm drunk is just talk to people. And I tapped him on the shoulder and I was like, hi. And he's like, hi. I'm like, oh, what's up? He's like, nothing, just chilling. And Oscar's like, you're by yourself? And he's like, yeah. We're like, oh, why? And he's like, long story. And I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. Can I get a drink? Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. I get a drink. And I was like, oh, you could tell me the long story. I have time, by the way. And he's like, oh, me and my girlfriend broke up. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. He's like, yeah, we just got in a big fight in the hotel room, but I'm so done with it. Like yesterday she left and she got back really late without me. So like, whatever, like I deserve better. And I'm like, yes, King, you deserve better. Like I'm just meeting you, but like you deserve better. But also at the same time, like, are you the problem? Like, who knows? So me and Oscar just keep talking to him. And he's like, let me get you guys a drink. We're like, yeah, he gets us a drink. He gets a beer. We're starting to talk about silliness. Da, da, da. We're talking about work. We're talking about why we're on the island. Just kind of making a friendly conversation. And then that's the point where Oscar's like, bitch, he's cute, right? Like, he's cute. And I'm kind of like, yeah, like, is he? Like, I don't know. Like, we're just like drunk and like so bored on this island. Like, is he cute? But I'm like, yeah, I think he is cute, whatever, whatever. So we get to the point where we talk with this guy for maybe an hour and a half. I'm in one corner on live on TikTok. Then Oscar's in another corner with this guy. And this guy suddenly trade of the night. And then now I'm putting a song and Oscar's putting SZA. And then I'm talking with this guy on the left who's like 85 years old. And he's telling me about like Catalina Island, goat milk, the shit that I was talking about earlier and all that. Like, I don't, like, it was just a gag. We were like, what are we doing here? But I was living for it. I was wearing my little flip-flops. I felt slutty. I'm not gonna lie. But then I got back in the conversation with Oscar and that guy. And I was like, oh, do you garden? Do you smoke? And he's like, oh, yeah, I would, but I don't have anything with me. And I was like, oh, I have a J, but it's at my hotel. And he's like, oh, then let's go back to your hotel. So me and Oscar look at each other and we're like, oh God, is this what's about to happen right now? And I'm like, okay, yeah, like let's go back to the hotel. Like, yeah, let's go back to the hotel. And he's like, okay, like let's get one more drink. Like maybe let me text my girl. Like or she's not my girl, but let me text her and say, oh, mind you, he was speaking Spanish the entire time. So I can speak Spanish, and so can Oscar, maybe a little bit better. I don't know. But there was that barrier there. Like he was speaking Spanish the whole time. So anything he was saying sounded 20 times sluttier, like no shade. And then here I am talking like, oh, piensas que este me va a emborrachar? Like, do you think this drink is going to make me drunk? Like, Pablo, shut up. Go back to your dorm. Like, dorm. Yeah. Go back to your hotel. Like, what are you talking about? So he doesn't end up texting the girl. We walk out. We're all drunk at this point. It's a vibe. He goes to the left and he disappears. I'm like, where'd he go? So me and Oscar are like, should we leave without him? What do we do? At this point, we are the commotion of the club. We got 10 people outside. We got a group of gays that we kind of made friends with, but they were kind of catty, but they were kind of also older and like more like Polo Ralph Lauren. And to hear me and Oscar are like, ah, like, you know, like it wasn't really the vibe change, but like we were trying, but like they weren't really giving us much. And then there was like this group of girls that we weren't talking to, but there was this one girl in there that like suddenly had like the star power of the night. And then it was me and Oscar, and then it was the guy we were talking to with like a bouncer in the corner. So he disappears. We're like, where'd he go? Comes back. He has a stizzy. He's like, oh, look what I have. Passes me a stizzy. I'm like, oh my God, fuck yeah. So at this point, I'm ripping the stizzy. Guys, I am on a floating island in the Pacific Ocean in the dark with 10 strangers and Oscar, gardened and drunk. No, gardened and drunk. A vibe. But I was just like, hi guys, like being crazy, bro. Like I was just not being like myself, but it was like fun. It was fun. So then I suddenly start talking to the girl who was the main character in that little circle, and I'm like, hey, da 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 da. She's like, oh, did you like my stizzy? And I'm like, oh, you're stizzy. And then I go to the guy. I'm like, wait, who's stizzy? He's like, oh, that's my girl stizzy. Oh, so we just talked to you an hour and a half, and now your girl's here. So what are we? Chopped liver? You don't love us anymore? What happened to us? No, I'm kidding, right? But we were like, oh my God, like, well, also, guys, nobody, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I definitely did not want to, like, do anything with this guy. I did just, like, having, like, a trade of the night. Like, it was funny. Like, we were talking to him. Like, it was just funny. But when he said he wanted to go back to the hotel, that's when I was like, oh, maybe he does. I was like, okay, maybe, like, him and Oscar can have that moment. Like, that'd be tea. I don't know if Oscar wants it, though. I was like, but, like, they can have that moment. Like, we'll get high. Like, that'll be tea. So we tried it, but then when we got out there, apparently there's all this chaos and some girls yelling at me about a stizzy rip, and now that's his girl. And guys, this girl was like a scary looking girl. Like, no shade. Like, all girls are beautiful, no shit. But like, she was like scary. Like, she looked like she was about to beat my ass. Like, and this guy was like a nice like little Latino guy. I was like, how did y'all? Like, she might as well like have like literally just gotten like I don't know where she came from. Like Alcatraz. Like, she just swam out the ocean like dead ass, and I was gagged. The woman was too stunned to speak. Somehow I got her number though. I'm like, I'm so scared of her, bitch. You gave her your number. Like, what are you talking about? But that's like the like garden Pablo was like, yeah, like let's become best friends. Girl, no, she's literally gonna put you in a chokehold. But then I started talking to the guy, and then I think he started thinking that I was like trying to flirt with his girl, and I was like, wait, no. And then suddenly I'm like, wait, is he trying to fight me? Like, what's going on? Like, I thought we were just going back to the hotel to garden. Let's just go garden. And now the 85-year-old that was talking about goat milk comes back out, and he's like, Pablo, you need to get inside. It's crazy out here. Like, looking at me all scary, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna explode. Like, I'm going to explode. So that's me and Oscar, like, we got to go. So we go to the guy, and we're like, okay, we're going to leave. Like, you can handle what you're handling. Like, we're going to go. And he's like, okay, I'll text you guys. I'll be at your apartment or your hotel maybe like 30 minutes. And we're like, all right, we'll see. Me and Oscar walk back. We start having fun. We forget about this guy, and we're inside. We're on live or whatever. The guy texts being like, oh, can I come now? We send him the address. He walks from the town to our place, maybe like a 15-minute walk uphill to come to our place. Like, bitch, you were just with your girl. Like what's going on here? So he comes, we garden a little bit. Then we're just sitting down, and Oscar's laying on the bed. I'm sitting on the end of the bed, and this guy is sitting on the desk chair. So we're all sitting like kind of in a circle, and we're all like talking, laughing, making silly jokes or whatever. And then after a couple minutes, this guy just starts going like, you know, in Spanish, by the way, he starts going like, oh my God, like my girl, this, like, you guys don't even know what just happened. Like, the police just came. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, like they were trying to arrest me over there, but then she got arrested instead because I told them that she was crazy. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, she's got arrested. She got put in a cop cart, which honestly might be a golf cart on the island at that point. And I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, like I'm so done with her. Like, I deserve better. Like, I deserve better. Like, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. And we're like, and Oscar's like, okay, yeah, that's why you're here. No, I'm kidding. But we're like, oh, like, da-da-da. And he's like, oh, but, like, I really loved her. Like, oh, my God, like, she was my girlfriend. Like, one day we did this and one day we did that. And da-da-da-da. But he just would not stop talking about this girl. Mind you, it's 3 a.m. Mind you, we just gardened. Mind you, he came 30 minutes late, so we didn't even really want to hang out. And now he's sitting here yapping about his girlfriend and telling us that she just went to jail. But you love, like, what is this messy narrative? Like, I'm so confused what's going on right now. So he keeps talking about that. And then I'm looking at Oscar, and I see Oscar's eyes start to shut. And I'm like, there is no way Oscar's eyes are shutting right now because I'm not going to be left to deal with this man right now. Absolutely not. So I'm texting Oscar super loud. Oscar's ringer's on. He got upset with me because he's like, bitch, it was so obvious. And I was like, well, bitch, wake up. So I texted Oscar. I was like, bitch, you cannot leave me alone in this. Like, absolutely not. And he's like, oh, he's trying to stay up and everything. And he's trying to be like, oh, we have to wake up early for our ferry tomorrow. Like, we're leaving early in the morning. And he's like, yeah, me too. What time are you guys leaving at? And we're like, 7 a.m. We just said the earliest, even though that wasn't the time. And he was like, oh my God, me too, me too. Like, I'm leaving at this time too. Guys, am I still talking about Catalina? Sorry, it was a long thing. I'm sorry, but it was fun. He's like, oh, you have to leave too. Like, let's leave together. Like, I'll come here at 6 in the morning to get you guys and we'll all go together. And we're like, oh, no, like, we'll call you. We'll call you. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll call you guys. Oh, thanks for talking about my girl. You know, my girl this and my girl that and da-da, my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl, and da-da, my girl, my girl. And, do either of you have Zelle? I literally have never looked at Oscar so fast in my life. Oscar looked at me. Oscar like got up a little bit and I said, what? He said, do either of you have Zelle? And I was like, no, why? He goes, I really need $50. And Oscar goes, what? And he goes, can one of you guys send me $50? I really need $50. I don't have cash right now. Or you can Zelle me. And I was like, there is no fucking way this trade is asking us for $50 right now in our hotel room on Catalina Island in the Pacific Ocean. Are you serious? Are you literally serious? I was gagged. And I was, at this point, super angry and super annoyed and just super over it. And that's when Oscar was like, you know, we'll call you in the morning. We'll give you $50 in the morning to go on the boat tomorrow. It'll be fun, da-da-da. And he's like, yes, thanks, guys. I'm so sorry. We ghosted him. I'm sure he got home. He texted us so many times, 7 in the morning, being like, come on, boys, it's time to go. Muchachos, es la hora de ir. And we're like, are you serious, bitch? You just asked for 50. Like, no. So that was a story about the Latino trade on Catalina Island that asked for $50. It was a gag. It was crazy. It was a fun night. We went to bed after that, woke up at like 10 a.m., got breakfast, loathed on the beach, super disgusting. We were like sick from the night before because we drank so much. But we had fun. It wasn't like, well, we were a little messy and fun and sloppy, but it wasn't too bad. Like, I feel like, I don't know, we had a lot of fun. And I think we both look back at that day like, thank God we missed our flight, or thank God we missed the ferry. Everything happens for a reason. And you know, maybe we should have been there on time, but we would have never had the experience we had if we were. So everything happens for reasons. And I was really sad at first that we were late, but everything was so much fun. Like, I literally cannot even emphasize how fun Catalina Island was. And we went back on the ferry the next morning. We split. Then that day I was so tired and like disgusting. Like, I was starting to feel sick and I was like, oh my God, like, no, I have such a busy week. I had the iHeart Radio Awards to go to, which I'll get into. I had a Princess Polly event to go to with Tyler, my friend. So I was like, oh my God, there's just so much going on. I also had a potential interview I was supposed to do with these artists on Friday. I was like, I cannot get sick right now. So I drove an hour from the port to go to Bonsai Bowls to get an acai bowl at the only good place I like in Orange County, which is so far from LA. Then there was so much traffic, so I was like, I'm gonna eat this bowl and just like go to the beach and chill. I slept on the beach for like 4 hours in the sun. Bitch, I woke up so sun tired because I'd been in the sun all day at Catalina. And then the next day I didn't get any sleep. And then now I'm on a beach, like sleeping in the sun. Like, it was a whole wreck. But I finally got home, chilled. And that's when I kind of got myself back together, my health and everything like that. I did an IV, guys. I talked about this on the Jezebel episode, which was really crazy. But I got an IV, very bougie richness. I also convinced Evan to get one too. It was $200. But they basically put all the best vitamins and energy efficiencies and things to make you look beautiful and young and healthy. And they put it all in your body in like an hour treatment. And you feel so good after. Like, I was feeling sick and I was feeling so good after, which was so tea. So IV really helped me like kind of get like my week back on track and everything, you guys. But, you know, talked about some good shit that happened at Catalina, and I'm very happy about that. But when I got back and everything, that is when some crazy shit started to happen. And that is the story about my neighbor trying to sue me. Yeah. A lot of you guys have been asking about this. It's true. My neighbor is trying to sue me. She is in attempts of it. She actually left an invoice on my door the other day for $17,000. So that is amazing. I think she is just going a little bit manic. You know, there's been rumors, allegedly conspiracy, that she is just a little bit crazy. But basically, this is what happened. So let me be careful with how I say this, but I think I should be fine. So basically, I have been getting my apartment together, changing some things, as I told you guys, and that involves getting rid of a lot of furniture. I said if I had anything from college, I'm getting rid of it. If I have anything that is partially giving me bad vibes, I'm getting rid of it. And the things included a desk, the cat wall that Shadow doesn't use anymore because he's too big, a table, my bed frame, my old bed frame, I replaced it. And I think that's it. Oh, and I think a shelf. So those were the 6 things I got rid of in maybe a couple days. First was the bed. I replaced my bed, the frame and everything, and then I brought the poles and stuff outside of my apartment and I laid it on my wall. It was maybe like 11, 12 a.m. because I was on live. 11 p.m., 12 a.m. because I was on live, so it was late. So I quietly put it there and I was like, you know what, like I'm going to figure this out, like what to do with this because I don't know where to throw it away. Like I have a dumpster downstairs, but I don't know if I can do that. So let me like look it up or something. So I looked it up that day. The next day I got busy. I left outside of my apartment, but it was literally just poles. Like it wasn't crazy. And I was like, okay, like let me handle this. The next day, that's when I was like, okay, I might as well get rid of all the furniture that I want to fix the feng shui in here. So I removed the desk, a shelf, and a table, and I laid it out again on the side. Nothing too in the way of the hallway, but just lined up against mine. So I was trying to figure out what to do with it. I was thinking maybe a neighbor can see and ask if they could have it. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's where my head was at. So the issue with all this is that I also took down my cat wall, and the cat wall was screwed onto the wall. So I had to take it off. So when I took it off, I placed it on top of the desk very neatly. It was sitting there, and I had a couple pieces of furniture lined up. Kind of silly, to the point where I took a picture of it because I knew that I wanted to get rid of it, but I wanted to have a picture of it just in case. I don't know why I just took a random picture of it. I don't know. I just took because it was also like getting rid of furniture, and I just took it. So that was that. Keep in mind, guys, I took a picture of the furniture, okay? So then I went to Chili's that night with Drew, Evan, and Sty, and we were eating, and everything was all tea, maybe 10:30 p.m., and my property manager starts spamming me and calling me like crazy. And I'm like, why is my property manager calling me? Like, low-key, she is a little bit too invitational in my life. Like, she be knocking on my door whenever and asking something. Like, she'll be like, Pablo, it's time to fix this. I'm like, girl, what? She'll call me if there's a problem. Like, it's very, like, my apartment complex is small, so it's, like, very, like, she just texts me and calls me, like, all the time. Not all the time, but when there's a problem. So she started calling me a couple times, and I thought she was, like, bugging me about something, like rent or rent increase or something like that, because she always tells me everything. So I declined it, like, 2-3 times. She texted me saying, Pablo, call me. This is very important. And I was like, okay, what's going on? So I call her. I'm at the dinner table. I'm eating Texas cheese fries. She goes, Pablo, oh my God, something so bad happened. And I'm like, what? What happened? Something really bad happened. Where are you? Are you not home? I was like, no. She goes, your neighbor, she's freaking out. And I'm like, why? What's wrong? She was walking by your apartment and she said she stepped on a nail and she is bleeding and she is getting an infection in her foot. That's what she said verbatim. I said, what? What do you mean? She said, oh my God, Pablo, this is so bad. She's screaming about how she's going to call the city, how she's going to sue you, how da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what? What is going? I'm like, nail. There was no nail. What? All the furniture, nothing was falling apart. It was just furniture. There was no nails. There's not even nails in the bed. Like it was like thuds. Like there's nothing. Like what is this woman talking about? And then I think, oh my God, the cat thing, the only nail that was there was a cat thing, but I kept the nails. I know I kept the nails. And I was like, oh my God, like what nail is this woman talking about? And I'm like, oh my God, I need to get home. She's like, you need to get rid of all this stuff now. And I'm like, okay. So I go home immediately, come here, and I just put it all outside. She said, put it outside. You have permission. Because before she said no. So now she's like, put it outside. I put it outside, and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm so scared. I feel so bad. What am I going to do? Oh my God. So I sleep on it. Then the next day, my property manager comes to me, and she's like, Pablo, like, is that true? Like, is that true? And I'm like, no, Carmen, like, look, I have this picture and there's no nails. Like I took a picture from 3 p.m. and I was like, what time did she say this happened at? She said it happened at 10 p.m., something like that. And I was like, what? I took a picture of this thing and there's nothing there. You can see all around the floor. There's nothing there. And even if this woman hypothetically did step on a nail, which is insane because there's no nails 100%, why are you barefoot in the hallway? Like, girl, why are you barefoot? And bitch, it's a carpeted area. That is not your space. That is communal area. But also, bitch, I know I shouldn't be leaving my stuff out there, but there is no possible way you stepped on a nail at all. So I asked my property manager, I'm like, do you see the cut? Do you see anything? She's like, no, she just called me. She's like freaking out. And she called me again this morning, freaking out, saying, you know what she said? Oh my God. This neighbor said that she's been waiting her whole life for something like this. She said that verbatim. I've been waiting my whole life for something like this. So it makes you think, oh, she's trying to get that bag. Like she thinks I'm getting her out of the trenches. Bitch, we are together. Baby, what is going on? And I told her that. I was like, wait, is that what she's trying to do? And she's like, I don't know, but she seems really upset. And yeah, like she originally approached it in the way of like, she's suing you. And I was like, wait, what? Like, what do you actually mean? Like, I'm actually confused. Like what is going on? So now this woman is low-key like doing too much. She just left a paper on my door 3 days ago for an invoice that she wrote herself on Google Forms that totaled to $17,000 for the damages of her foot. So I think that she's trolling me. I don't think she's actually going to sue me. I don't think she actually has the power to sue me. I don't know. I was waiting on it a couple of days, and then I got that letter, and now you guys are telling me that that's like harassment, so she can't be doing that, and she could get in trouble. So I don't really know what's going on with that story. But obviously, I know that I shouldn't have left things out there. But she did not step on a nail. There was no nail. I think she was just mad at me. And she also said that she was going to call the city and say that, like, I always leave stuff out there. I'm not going to lie. Maybe for the past month, because I was getting rid of things, like, I did get a little bit comfortable. And a life lesson is, like, don't cut corners, like I said earlier. But also, the moment you think you're invisible is the moment that some shit happens. And that is some such specific shit that, of course, would happen. Did I pop a pimple on my feet? I, feel like, no. That is some specific ass shit that, of course, would happen to me. Like, of course, bro, my neighbor would step on a nail, hypothetically, allegedly conspiracy. And now they're trying to sue me for $17,000. Like, there's just no way. I don't think it's going to happen. But also, she doesn't really, like, I think she's just, like, an older woman that, like, I don't know. I don't even think she's that much older. I think she just hates me. I think she's lived here for like 30 years and she's just irritated that I'm here now and like causing like some ounce of like stress in her. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. So I do feel bad and I know not to leave things out there. But girl, why are you trying to lie or hypothetically lie? Like, girl, like, don't add more stress onto my life. Like, and that's been a thing for like 2 weeks where I'm like, oh my God, what is going to happen? And my property manager is like, just let it go. Like, let it go. Like, we'll see what happens. Like, who knows what she'll do. But also my property manager's had many sus moments and I definitely need to get into a whole lore about that. But like there was some lore where like even one time like my car got broken into. I asked her for the footage. She said she could only give it to me if cops came. I tried to call the cops. She told me the cops weren't going to come because they never come for breaking in to cars in LA. And I was like, okay, so I didn't call the cops. And then I just paid myself to get a new window. And then she said that there was nothing on the footage, but then like a couple of days later, I asked her again, and she's like, "Oh, I did see somebody walk in the garage and specifically go to your car and break your window. Like, do you have any ops in LA? Like, do you have any people you have beef with?" And I'm like, "Girl, no, what?" And I just moved to LA. I'm like, "Wait, what?" And it was like shady, but I kind of let it go. And then one time, there was like these two guys outside of my apartment complex with bats and like blood on their face. And I'm like, wait, what is going on? And then I told my property manager, and then she's like, I looked at the camera like that never happened. And I'm like, wait, what? And it was like 2 a.m. because I was walking up and I went to my steps and they were sitting there and like, they're like, get the fuck inside. I was like, so scared. And I told her and she said it never happened. I'm like, wait, what? And then one day, allegedly conspiracy, when I was walking in my neighborhood, somebody like put up posters and signs of the property managers or the property manager and was saying that like she was working with bad people in LA to like steal things and take things and rob things and to beware of her and like that they tried contacting the police and like they didn't. I don't know. But that's all alleged conspiracy. And she's a nice woman. Maybe people she's told me a couple of times that people have tried taking her down. I just think that that's like the reality of LA. Like, bitch, people try to take you down. So I'm not trying to like put her into like a really bad category either because she like helps me with things. I feel like I think I'm just like on her good side. Like, even if she was involved in like some shady shit, like I think I'm like her baby because she like still be changing my like smog detectors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I still am like, I still don't know how to like feel all about that. But the suing thing is happening. It's there. It's not happening. I don't know. I can't believe it happened. I don't know. The woman doesn't like me. It just gets her. But I do need to get like to more tea. If you guys want more tea about like my whole like apartment complex lore, there's a lot. There's a lot, but I'm not going to get into it today too much because today is just about updating and talking with you guys about everything. So yeah, hopefully I don't get sued, you guys, because it would really, really get there. But what else is happening in my life, you guys? Yeah, I filmed that podcast with Jezebel. We went out. We went to a leather room. If you saw the last podcast, you heard. But basically, one of her friends saw us on live, and he texted Jezebel, the girl that I did last week's episode with, when we were hanging out. And he's like, oh, like, are you gonna come to this club with that one twink you're with? He called me a twink. He called me twink. I was like, bruh. But why was I like kind of intrigued? I was like, bitch, fuck you. And he's like, oh my God, like we're at a club, like it's so much fun, like you guys should come. And she's like, oh my God, Pablo, like he's just joking, he's being funny, like we should go though. And I was like, okay, period, like let's go. We went to a leather room, which is a literal club where people are dressed in like leather, like BDSM kinky shit. And it was like a gag. It was fun to be there with like Jezebel and like be silly or whatever, and then also meet with like her work friends. But it was like crazy. People were like naked and shit on stage. I was just vibing. I was there. Her lawyer friend and I made out. I don't know why, but he's like 38 and married. So it gets there. But he said he's in an open relationship. I don't know. He told me after. It just really gets there. Like literally, like he was cool. He was T, and we only like really made out to like make like Jezebel. We didn't make out. It was like kiss, like but like to make like Jezebel like gag, and it made her gag. But then I was like, oh my god, like I just made out with this like 38-year-old guy. Like oh my god, like what is the age range? Like is that too old? Like I don't know. Like for fun and shits and giggles, like I guess it's fine. But then he texted me the next morning, and I felt bad because I was like, wait, I cannot text back. Like no shade. Like he's so T, but like no shade. Like I was just like being silly, like for the gag. Like you do things for the bit, and like it just really gets there. But everything happens for a reason, a lot of lawyer shit going on. She's a lawyer getting sued for that shit. Baby, a lot of shit going on. What else is going on? Oh, yeah, I guess this kind of has to do with lawyer and shit like that because I did have a business meeting that kind of got a little bit sticky, guys, and I'm sad about it. But it's okay, whatever. Everything happens for a reason. But basically, if you guys don't know, I work with this one brand and we've had a really good partnership together. And a big way that I get paid on social media is through brand deals, which I'm really grateful for. And there was this one brand deal that I loved because it just made so much sense, and I would always make videos with them and whatever, whatever. And this year, in the beginning of the year, we got a really good deal to do a full year contract, which was such a dream come true because that meant that every month I would be getting paid the same amount and I wouldn't have to worry more than making more money than what was already there because I had enough from that. And I was really grateful for that. And that's what we've been doing for the past 4 months. I've been really grateful for it. But then my manager texted me a couple days ago and she's like, hey, Pablo, like, I have to call you about something. And I'm like, what? We've been having a lot of good news and stuff about Coachella and about a lot of good opportunities. But she goes, they pulled out and they're terminating the contract. It has nothing to do with you or us, but they just have a different strategy that they're going with when it comes to ads and promotions. And yeah, but I'm trying to get them to have a meeting with us and tell you in person because usually when they tell creators in person, like they're more, empathetic about it and everything. So we scheduled a meeting the next day. I met with like this really high up of a marketing company for this brand. And he's like, Pablo, we love your content. You've been generating so many codes and everything's been amazing, but they're just changing the way they're doing it. We have to let go of like 200 creators. And if we ever go back to it, you'll be the first one we call. But for now, it's here. And I was like, you know what? Like, I get it. Like, it's obviously upsetting. Like, this makes a lot of sense. And the next couple months are going to include a lot of activities that would be perfect for these brand deals. But I would love to be considered for future deals. And hopefully, when everything turns back around, I'll be here. And in the meantime, I'll continue to post my content. And hopefully it continues to align with you guys. I was very mature about it because, everything happens for a reason. One door closes, another one opens, and there's no need to hold myself so hard in things, you guys. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not worth it. Maybe it's the fact that I've started going to therapy again, that I'm a lot more level headed. I don't know. But yeah, so I just have to, it sucks, but I have a lot of other amazing deals and opportunities, and maybe a bigger one will come from that. You never know. So it was cool to talk to a high professional and him to tell me the reasonings as to why it's not going to work. It's one of my first L's where I lose a deal, but I did get paid for 4 months of it, and I get one more month because we have one more month until they terminate. And I'm grateful for the 5 to 6 month contract that I had with them. It's just really interesting in LA when your money comes from these deals and you're like, fuck, like, is it my fault? But no, it's literally not. That's just how it goes. It's the industry. Oh my God, sorry guys if it's really close to my mouth. I'm going to take a little breath. Guys, how am I doing? Am I doing good? I'm trying to talk ADHD like Pablo, but I'm also trying to like chill myself a little bit so you guys don't get too overwhelmed by it. So let me know if it's a good little medium. Hi, I'm enjoying talking. I also want to say now that I'm a little bit more comfortable and I'm 47 minutes in, I'm gardened. I'm gardened. Can you guys tell? Could you guys tell? I'm not gardened anymore. I think it went away now. But in the beginning, I was a little bit gardened, like a little bit. I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to see like if I seem different. But it does give like a more mellow vibe. Like I can definitely tell that. But yeah, so they did offer. They were like, oh, we might not be able to give you a deal with this brand right now, but we do have a sports betting app that we could pay you $20,000 for one post for. And I'm like, bruh, yes. Well, yes. I have never been to a sports game. I have kind of, but not for fun. But I will be going for 20 bands. Well, yes. So we'll see if that actually goes through. That'd be so crazy. Oh my God, imagine. But that is a thing. Like betting apps, allegedly conspiracy, pay a lot of money. I don't know why. Maybe because they make a lot of money through betting. But I don't know. Would I be down? I feel like that brings up the question a lot about like the morals of an influencer or content creator. Like, what will you take for money and what will you not? Like, I feel like for me, like, like I want to change my family's life and I want to make as much money as I can. So as long as I'm not doing something harmful, specifically to a person or the environment through a brand deal, like I will do it. I think no shade. Like and I also need to make sure it aligns with my morals. Like, guys, one time I got offered a really big deal for McDonald's, and I turned it down because it was at the height where they were firing employees for their legal status and shit. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna get that is not my brand to work with. So it's like very important. But sports betting, I wonder if I would. Is that unethical? Let me know if that's unethical. But yeah, I think a lot of people just make their bag, and it's important to make their bag because, guys, it's not because this is an income out here. You got to make what you can make, you got to save it. And that's how I kind of always see it. Like my dad and my parents they're like, oh, what are your end goals? And I'm like, I want to continue to be creative. I want to direct. I want to produce. I want to sing. I want to act, reality, everything like that. But I want to save like $500,000 cash and have it in a savings account. And once I got 500K saved, I know I'm good because my parents haven't even made 500K in their lives. So if I have it saved somewhere, I can do it. And I see it like a game. Like, when I was like $10,000, 15, 20, you have to like keep hitting goals and you want to get higher and higher. So yeah, I feel like day by day, the morals of a creator, like taking the deals that make sense. And even if they don't sometimes make the most sense, if, you can get paid for it, like, I don't know, like, should you take it? What do you guys think? Would you take it? If a brand that you don't, ethically align with offered you money, would you take it? I don't know. Question for the viewers. Let me know, freaky. What else? Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, so there was a lot of events this week. A lot of events. I first went to the Princess Polly event with Tyler. He invited me as his plus one, which was so much fun. Princess Polly is a clothing brand. And if you guys don't know, especially around Coachella, a lot of brands will host gifting suites in LA where they invite influencers and creators to come in, get a bunch of free clothes, make content, and wear the clothes at these festivals or these big events that are happening. So Princess Polly's mainly a girl brand for real, but Tyler was invited and he's like, I feel like there's some cute baby tees and stuff that you would like. So I was like, okay. So we hung out before, we went to the event. It was fun because me and Tyler, again, also haven't been hanging out that much. I feel like, we do hang out and we communicate a lot. I say this every episode, and I say this to all my friends, and maybe I'm just like, Pablo, you're maturing. You're not going to see your friends all the time. But I really do value seeing my friends a lot. I like FaceTimes, yes, but I don't really like to text. I like to see them, and my friends know that. So it's always good to hang out, and we went to an event together, and the energy was so high. We met so many followers that were just there, but we're also creators that we love, and it was so cool to, get into a creator space. I met Mickey Gordon. I don't know, she's that really funny TikTok girl, and she's so tea. And there was a lot of other cool creators. It's always cool to be in a room with creators and kind of have everybody's like same like energy, like creating and being cool and like looking tea and getting outfits. And I got some things for me that were guy inspired, but then I got a couple things for my friend Indy. I snatched her some cute pieces because I was like, this would look so cute on her. And I went live during the whole process, and the Princess Polly team loves us. And that's something that me and Tyler have always done so well, which is why we are so excited for the Coachella opportunities that we have coming up. But we've always been really good at, yes, interacting with the creators and having fun with creators at these events, but also getting to know the people behind the brands and getting to know the people that are like in the mix, because that is how you continue to get invited to events. And that's how we even got these Coachella opportunities, is because we started small with the brands and developed such intense relationships with them to now where bigger things happen. So yeah, that was a really fun event. It was a little precursor to the next evening, which was the iHeart Radio Awards. Yes, guys, I went to the iHeart Radio Awards, which was so freaking tea, you guys. I went with Tyler as well. Tyler has so many cool connections, and I'm really grateful that he includes me on them. We went to the iHeart Radio Awards. Really fun. I did cry at the end. I know I posted a Snapchat of me crying, and you guys all saw that. I'll get slightly into that, and maybe I'll talk more about that with the person when it ever gets there, maybe if they're on the podcast or something ever specifically. I don't know, it's not worth it. It was just a very sticky situation. But basically, me and Tyler, we got ready at my house. We had some drinks. We had such a fun pregame, and then we went to Hollywood Boulevard. Before we went to Hollywood Boulevard, Tyler got the tickets because he had the physical tickets for the iHeart, because we got invited with iHeart. So it wasn't like a little cheap ticket. Like, no, we were actually invited. So we had these tickets, and Tyler went to go put them in his pocket. We run out, we go in the car, we're having fun, whatever. We get to the event. It told us to be in our seats by 5:45, and I think it was like 5:33 at this time. So we run up to the entrance to go give them our tickets, and Tyler realizes that he forgot the tickets at home. Here we are at the iHeart Radio Awards, one of the most iconic festivals, one of the most iconic award shows. We know that Miley Cyrus is getting the Innovative Icon Award at this. Like, it's literally going to be tea. And we have to be in our seats by 5:45, and Tyler left the tickets at home. So we were like, what are we going to do? In my head, I never get to the place, especially with Tyler, because, bitch, we got magic. Shit always works out. But I was like, are we gonna make it into this event right now? Like, I have no idea if we're actually gonna make it in. And I was like, fuck, like I wanted to go, I wanted to vlog, I wanted to see cool celebrities and like see an award show. Like, I've only been to the People's Choice Awards and the iHeart, but as seat fillers. But being invited and getting tickets and getting to film content, like that's cool and that's a really big accomplishment. So we didn't do the red carpet. There was a lot of celebrities there, so we were not invited on the red carpet. Not this time. We were the last time. But this was really big, so I understand that sentiment. But we ended up figuring everything out. We texted the point of contact to iHeart. iHeart. We texted the point of contact to iHeart. They ended up bringing us the tickets. We went inside. We did miss the first performance and nomination, which was Alex Warren, but I think I've watched him before. I watched him at the other iHeart festival that we went to a couple months ago. And I was like, okay, so we missed it. We went to our seats and then we watched the award show, guys, and the awards were tea, but I'm not gonna lie, they did feel pretty rushed. And if you guys don't know how an award show works, basically they rent out a theater. In this case, it was Adobe Theater. That's where the Oscars and the Golden Globes are held. So it was cool to be in that theater and feel the energy and go up the stairs and see all that vibe. Trisha Paytas was there, too. And you from our seats, you could see everybody. You could see Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Somber. You could see Miley Cyrus, Trisha, Ludacris, Vin Diesel. You could just see all these celebrities in the crowd, like their heads. We were like not far from like 30 feet away from them, 40 feet away from them. So it was cool to see everyone interact and go up and get their awards. I watched Ray perform. Ray was really good. I watched Kalani perform really good. Miley did her speech, which was tea. And I'll get into a little story about one of the L's of my week, including Miley Cyrus. But oh my God, guys, this might be a longer episode. We are catching up. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Can you love me a little bit? Sorry. So we watch all these celebrities get their awards. But you guys, there was a time, I'm not going to lie, where Taylor Swift won an award. And then she won another award. And then Alyssa Liu, the famous Olympic skater, comes out. She goes, I'm so excited to present 7 awards to the person who has won 34 iHeartRadio awards. Taylor Swift. Taylor goes up and gets, I'm not joking, 7 different trophies, 7 different awards after she already won other ones. And trust me, she is talented as fuck. Like, duh. We know she's talented. Duh. I'm not going to lie, guys. 34 words is a bit excessive. It's a bit excessive. And I said it. I was on live showing the whole broadcast of the iHeartRadio Awards, showing you guys behind the scenes. And for some reason, I knew it was going to blow up. But there was like thousands of viewers. And a lot of them were people from like the Midwest. Because apparently there was like a storm. That's what people were commenting. There was a storm in the Midwest and Hulu crashed. So they were all like, thank you so much for this live. And I loved providing the live for you guys. But when I saw Taylor Swift win like the 34 awards, I was gagged. And I did say, guys, I think that might be a bit excessive. I was getting hated on a lot. I understand. Maybe I shouldn't have said I'm sorry. I got hated on a lot. Like they were coming for my neck in the chat. Like all spamming. The Swifties were coming for me. And I get it. Like, like a guy just talking like, oh my God, da 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 about their favorite artist. Like I get it. And I'm not trying to degrade. I just was gagged because there's so many also amazing artists and so many, amazing artists of color as well that are at this theater that could deserve these awards. But I understand like maybe it's fan voted or I don't know what it is, but I was gagged. I was literally gagged, and I was getting a little bit roasted in the comments, so I get it. I'll take my L. She's T. We know she's been T. And she has her good songs, so we'll she's T. I'm just Pablo. I was just saying it. I'm sorry, but I got I got in trouble on that live. So I was already feeling like some kind of like heightened emotion, and then something happened. Something happened that led me to start bawling my eyes out at the iHeartRadio Awards. I was bawling my eyes out. We had a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. We watched all the amazing artists. We saw people perform. We had a really good live. We met followers. We got drinks at the bar. We were going in and out. We had a blast. But at the end, I had heightened emotions, and I got sad and I crashed out a little bit, and that's normal. And I posted it on my Snapchat because low-key I never cry. Like I don't cry anymore. And I was like, oh my, look at me crying. Like this is kind of tea. And I like posted a picture of me crying. Like I was actually sad and shit, but I like posted of me crying, and you guys were all so nice and being so supportive and being like, oh my God, who hurt you? Like we got your back. So thank you guys. I love you guys like so much. You guys are so sweet. And I'm literally just Pablo, and I'm like just trying to be myself. But I'm also a big review that you guys gave me is, Pablo, stop being sorry for things. So I'm not sorry for it. I'm just myself. And I was just being vulnerable. And it wasn't even like, oh my God, I want attention. But I was like, I'm just crying, and I post everything. So I posted it. And realistically, it was just, harmful things were like said to me, but then they were kind of misconstrued in my head. And I made myself think that they were worse than they were. But then maybe I was just feeling insecurities to where it heightened all of it. Um, and then yeah, I just left, went home, and was crying and shit because I was like, oh my god, like I'm not enough, like oh my god, like I was like listening to just like it was realistically just an argument that I had in my personal life that just got way too serious for no reason and got way too catty and way too nasty. And we know that and it's been acknowledged, but it never feels good to fight with friends at all. So it was just a lot. It was a lot, and especially after an award show where I already feel completely out of place, and then like the Swifties were on my neck. I'm like, wait, I did everything wrong tonight, like oh my god. So yeah, I was supposed to go out that night, but thank god I didn't. Honestly, I just stayed home and chilled and laid and cleaned, and it felt really good. And everything happens for a reason, you guys. And I just want to be clear, like thank you guys so much for all caring about me. I am okay. That situation is settled. Everything happens. I am never online like, oh fuck this or fuck that. Like I'm never running to like hurt somebody else. I just wanted to like show my emotions in that moment, and they were real. And yeah, so I cried. I did cry. I did cry a lot. It really, really got there. But the iHeart Radio Awards were really fun, and they were just kind of rushed. And also like the celebrities, like you see them, and then after they get their award, they like walk off, and then like they get replaced with seat fillers and they leave. So award shows are very for the camera, like for sure, and people will leave after their awards and stuff. It wasn't even that much of a gag. I'm not gonna lie. I heard it's tea, but it just wasn't like that much of a gag. I mean, then again, there were so many cool people there, so maybe I just got a little bit used to it. I don't know, you guys, but the live was living for it, and I loved being on live with you guys. I definitely want to do more like on broadcast shit like that because that is so freaking cool. Should I? What else is here? How I got invited? Yeah, we got invited through Tyler, just through personal relationships. Because we meet people and then we become friends with them, and then suddenly they're like, "Oh, I work here." And we're like, "No way!" And then we post on social media, and it always just works out perfectly. I swear. Did we talk about all this? Oh my god, guys, we really went through a lot of this stuff. Thank you guys for listening continuously. We have pop culture, and I do have a story about how, guys, I got proposed to. I got proposed to. After everything, I got proposed to. And I said yes. Yeah, it's my ex. I'm sorry. I said it after an hour, so you can't even be like, oh my Pablo, shut up about your ex. Yeah, okay, me and my ex hung out. We had really good sex. And then during the sex, he's like, will you marry me? And we were like being horny. And I was like, yes. And like, I still can't figure out, like, did we actually get married? Or was that just like marriage kink? We haven't talked about it. Like, I don't just be telling people I want to marry them. But then again, like, also, guys, like I might be in that era where like, you know, every couple of weeks, like, you know, hi, bye or whatever. But it's very intentional. So I'm not out here saying shit like I want to marry you. Like hello. But yeah, like it was one of those like fucking moments. And then it was like, oh my God, like let's just get married. Let's get married right now. And I was like, yes. And they're like, okay, like, will you marry me? Like, will you marry me? I'm like, yes, like let's and then I woke up with like a diamond necklace and I'm like, wait, am I married? They're like I like literally would have went to Vegas. Like, bitch, I was just like so horned up and kinked out. Like, Pablo, like calm down. Like, calm down. This was like a while ago, but like not a while ago. Give me. Yeah, it just really gets there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm married. I'm married. I'm getting sued. I went to Catalina and got asked $50 by trade. A lot of things are going on, you guys. Oh my god. Anyways, are we into pop culture? No freaking way. Oh wait, no, not fully yet. Almost. Um, I went out. Yes, I went out this weekend with Evan, Oscar, Drew, Sty, Devin. Super, super fun. I slept over at Sty's house last night. We got the water peach smoothie. I tried the Sty swirl. It was so funny. I went with Evan and Sty, and when I went to the front, I was like, "Can I get the Sty swirl?" Like it literally like just came out of my head, and they like laughed and they knew what it was, and they gave me like the swirl. And I'm like, "Wait, that's T Sty." Like Sty needs that collab, but we had fun. I helped him build a shelf. He gave me this bag actually for helping him build a shelf because I was eyeing it. And I was like, "Wait, that's so Y2K," and he gave it to me, which I feel like is so T. And then I came home and I just like showered and everything. And it's Sunday night, by the way, guys. So you guys are watching this on Monday. It's Sunday night. Um, but oh my god, guys, I want to tell you guys about my L of the week. And it has to do with the Miley Cyrus lore that I was telling you guys earlier. And then we'll get into pop culture real quick. But yeah, the L of the week, you guys. Tell me why. One of my close friends is a manager for like a really high celebrity client, right? And I know that, but I just don't tell people because it's her business. But I love this influencer like so much, and she knows that. So we always gag because sometimes the influencer will talk about me, and I'm like, oh my, she knows me, and I've met her before, and it's like I'm always like, yeah, that's so exciting, blah blah blah. My friend calls me the other day, and she goes, Pablo, oh my god, like I need your help. And I'm like, what? She's like, I'm doing a photo shoot, X really big collab shoot for my client, which is this person, and I need one of my friends to help me be like a personal assistant or something to help me like get the things done that I need to get done for her today. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking down. Like, let's do it. And she's like, oh my God, yeah, like, okay, period. So, like, basically, like, you just meet me tomorrow. Like, you're going to help me do all this stuff. You have to sign an NDA. Da, da, da. You can't film, but it'll be cool. I was like, yeah, guys, because a big part of me is like, I want to learn things. Like, I love creating for myself and I love being myself and just talking on camera, yada, yada. But I want to learn from people. I want to be in real life situations. Like, I want to direct. I want to produce. I want to do real shit. And I want to, learn what it's like to be a PA or, personal assistant on set and like be with celebrity clients, see how they work. And I was very, very excited. So we confirmed it and I was like, oh my God, tomorrow I'm going to do this. This is so freaking exciting. Like, I can't wait. I don't know what it's for, but I can't wait. My friend calls me a couple hours later. She's like, I'm so sorry. Like, she said that one of her friends, like, needs the money. Like, he's going to do it. Or not needs the money. Like, he's going to do it instead. He's going to take the job. I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, it's okay. Like, whatever. And I didn't really know what the opportunity was. So I was like, okay, it's fine. You guys, she told me what it was. She posted. They all posted what it was. It was to be on the Hannah Montana set. It was one of my favorite influencers was doing a collab for Hannah Montana where they were doing something on set, and they needed me on set that day to assist that. Imagine if Pablo personally assisted the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary. Like, that would have been the ultimate side quest, and I would have loved it so much, and I would have loved to learn. But everything happens for a reason, and I am just manifesting that I will continue to be put in experiences where I can learn through real life experiences, and people can teach me things that feel valuable and fulfilled, because I feel like I cut corners a lot again, and I teach myself things quickly and I learn things quickly because that's the rapid nature of social media. But I want to take things in and really process, and sometimes feel like I'm riding a bike through Catalina the entire day and I can just turn off my brain, because you're doing such fulfilling things during the day that you can chill at night. But when you do kind of mid fulfilling things throughout the whole day, like, you kind of stay at the same place. So I was excited, and that was my L of the week. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. But I saw Miley at the iHeart Radio Awards, so it was a gag, everything, it was a gag. So I saw her there, and I feel like it was a little bit more personal. I don't think I would have even seen her at the other one. It was just like I would have been on the set, like where they filmed it, which was cool. Anyways, Coachella's coming up, you guys. Very exciting. There's still so much confusion with Coachella right now just because there's a lot of legal things. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, like, every year I've been to Coachella, like, I was sent one year, but it was a little different because they just kind of gave me a ticket and there was like no deliverables. But this year is a little bit different. We're going both weekends with brands, and there's deliverables and there's expectations, and it's created a whole legal form of information that is now being discussed, and everything's cool, but it's hard. It's been a lot, and that's why I haven't even been able to be fully like, this is what's happening. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful, but there's just more going on, like, legally, because that's how brands work. And it's interesting growing and learning that. And I'm grateful to learn that, but it's stressful, you guys, because it's like, oh my God, there's always something new. Like, and like usually, like, with bigger creators and agencies, like, they get it done for you. But me and Tyler are more mid-sized creators that are figuring out ourselves day to day. And that's something I like. Like, again, I like learning through myself. But sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to go back to cutting corners. Like, this is scary. Like, oh my God, so much is going on. But yeah, Coachella's coming up. Very excited about it. Literally less than 2 weeks. I have been picking out outfits, getting myself in the mentality for it. So it'll be up, you guys. I'm going to film a podcast for Coachella with Tyler probably like right after to discuss how everything went and everything like that. But I'm really excited. I know all my friends are going. Like, Oscar's going, Evan's going, Sty's going, Tyler's going. Jordy's going, Tara's going, a lot of people, my friend Cassidy's going, like, a lot of people are going. So it'll be really, really fun. And there's a lot of surprises for that. If you guys know, we've already kind of announced it, but I'll announce it more in a little bit. But yeah. Okay, guys, we're at pop culture. Okay, we're at 1 hour and 7 minutes. Okay, I feel like that's a good amount for pop culture. I'm not trying to make the podcast too long, you guys, but I just need to catch you guys up on everything. That's what happens when I do guest episodes, because I'm not able to fully catch you guys up. But anyways, Mano's back in Cat's Eye. Y'all think it's happening. We all saw the Pinky Up teaser. I hope Mano's coming back. I know there's been a lot of lore. I know she unfollowed, what's her name, Missy, the woman who was working at the Dream Popstar Academy. You know who I'm talking about? The creative director, I think, is what she does. I don't know. She's a big part. Bitch, if Mano follows you, there must be tea. There must be drama. I don't know what it is. I'm Team Mano. I really hope she comes back for Coachella, especially because I will be at Coachella, and I would love to see her there. Play pretend, but it's karma. And I feel like so much drama's happened, and hopefully they're smart with it. I'm hoping it's not like all serious and they don't actually hate each other. Like that video of Megan where they're like, Mano, and Megan's like, ooh. She's like hiding in the car. I think it's just awkward for the girls. Like, y'all need to leave them alone. Like, bitch, they're young girls, like, just living their life, having fun, and now they're backed by billion-dollar investment firms and businesses that matter and have scary thoughts, and they don't know what to say sometimes. I don't know, allegedly conspiracy. I hope they're okay. I feel like there's been so much in the news recently about, like, celebrity treatment and how to treat celebrities and everything, but I do hope Mano comes back. She is deserving of it. She will be coming back. I'm manifesting it. What else? The Pussycat Dolls chat. The Pussycat Dolls are back. It's only three of them. I didn't know it was more than three of them, not gonna lie, but it's only three of them. If you don't know, the Pussycat Dolls is like an OG iconic it girl group, and they're coming back and they're going on tour. And it kind of deems the question like, do record labels even know what they're doing anymore? Like how are record labels even like promoting people anymore? Like, are they using AI? Are they paying a lot of money? Like, I don't know. Like Addison Rae, like she blew up, but it wasn't off of like an extreme amount of money and investment. Like I feel like she just naturally had that je ne sais quoi that people wanted. And or Zara Larson, like she became viral off a meme. Like I don't think it was like this huge investment. But like BB Rex on the other hand, like I feel like they're putting investment in her, like to try to like figure out how to work it out. And even with the Pussycat Dolls, like I'm like wondering how successful it's gonna be. And I hope it's all successful, or even like with these newer artists like Sam Smith. And it's just like, do record labels really know how to push things out anymore? Like, is there a new way of doing it that like people aren't seeing? I don't know. But there was an interview with Nicole, and they asked her like, oh, like where are the other girls? Like, why is it only you three? And she didn't even know how to answer it, and it sounded like she just got beef with the other girls, and it's just messy. So I wonder how it's gonna work out for all of them. But I hope everything works out. You know, they deserve their comeback, even though things are different now. So I wonder if it'll work. And yeah, speaking of different and things being different, guys, there was an AI actor that was paid $1 million for a series. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was all over the internet. Basically, there's this new AI series about like, I don't even know what it's about, like action figures or whatever. And this guy like sold his face to an AI company for $1 million for them to like use the whole series. But I'm sure they can do like multiple series with it. And I wonder if that's worth it. I wonder if that's the future of acting. I don't know. It's really scary. I do not support AI in any way like that. Like I obviously know that it can make things faster and quicker, and I'm sure people are gonna integrate it into school and everything naturally. But yeah, I don't like the over excess use of it. But yeah, $1 million is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if somebody offered me $1 million, like, would I do it? Like, fuck, I don't know. Would you guys do it? $1 million just to sell your face? I wonder if like what the legality of that would be. Because what if they like put you on like scary shit? You know, like I don't know. But I feel like people can even do it without your permission nowadays too. Like they can just people do it like with deep fakes and stuff, which is so scary. One time, this guy literally DM me a picture and he's like, "Hey Pablo, look what I made of you," and it was like he made pictures and videos of me in a jockstrap. Like he AI'd it. It was so scary. So there needs to be some kind of restrictions on I would say. Definitely. Um, Zara Larson, she lost her $3 million deal. I don't know if you guys saw that. She made a video. I think she was honestly, she made a joke about a pretty sensitive topic to people. I understand what she was saying about it, but I also understand that people are sensitive to that topic. So I'm not going to be the one to be like, yada, yada, you do. But basically, she had made a video speaking about an abortion, and I guess she lost a $3 million brand deal because of it, which it's hard to say because you know brands have the right to use their money with what they want, but it sucks when a brand you like maybe doesn't have the same political opinion as you, and then it's like, oh, like not only are y'all pulling out $3 million, but also I fucked with y'all and now I don't, and also everyone else is gonna know that you did this. So is this gonna look worse on you or me or her? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, but she lost $3 million and she didn't even care. So honestly, if you got your opinion, stick in it. But $3 million, fuck. That's what I mean, guys. It's so serious. Like when I lost that deal earlier, I'm like, fuck, $3 million. Like, but she definitely has that money. She's on like a sold out tour or whatever, and she's also getting canceled for the Fruit Love Island because she says like, oh, I don't like AI, but I love Fruit Love Island. Like I watch every episode of it. And people were like, girl, like that's AI slop. Like what are you talking about? And she's like, I'm just a girl, guys. Like I'm just a girl. Like. You know, and then everyone's like, okay, that I'm just a girl mentality is the same mentality that's gonna like fuck us all over. Guys, we hold so much expectations on people. Like we're all just trying to exist. But I understand with celebrities, it is important to kind of hold them to a standard, and hopefully they can like promote a good discussion. But I think Zara's doing pretty good. Like I think she's not trying to be like a bad person. Like I think she's just a girl like expressing her opinions, and she's really famous, and it all gets backlash, and she lost $3 million, and you know now she knows, okay, I can speak my mind and lose 3 mil or keep it and not speak my mind, and you know that's her decision, and she tore, she's still super talented, so you know it doesn't matter. But Chopper Rowan's in a lot of hate because when she was at her hotel, apparently this little girl like walked by her and was like really excited to see her, and then apparently like a big security like went up to like the little girl's dad and like at her table and was like, don't talk to her, like you gotta respect people, and like really like left a nasty taste in their mouth. And the guy made a tweet about it or a Facebook post or something like exposing Chapel and being like, this was so really unacceptable, like my daughter's like 6 years old, there was no need for the security to do it. And then Chapo was like, wait, I did not tell the security to do that. Like, I feel so bad about it. I think Chapo Roan allegedly conspiracy is on a hate smear campaign because she is very open and against a lot of negative political things going on in the world. And you guys don't know how Hollywood works, bro. Allegedly conspiracy. Like, they do be blackmailing people, allegedly conspiracy. Like, that's how, like, it's like you disrespect. Like, she literally called out Wasserman Group, which was the guy who was found on the files, and she left him. And then a bunch of other big artists left after Chapo did. And then now this is all happening. I hope she's sweet. I think she's sweet. She's just a girl too, guys. It's like you never know. Like, God forbid a girl wants to like protect herself and like be like private. But then people are like, this is a life you asked for. I don't know. It's a sticky situation. It's a sticky situation. It still sucks. It still sucks to be followed around and disrespected. And I don't know. Celebrity lifestyle is so hard. That's even with me, guys. Like, I'm like, I want everyone to see me. Like, I want to grow so much. I want everyone. Da, da, da. Bitch, it's a lot. It gets there, So you got to know what you want. You got to be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. Is that the Pussycat dolls? No, that would have been so full circle. Oh my gosh, guys, the last little bundle of this pop culture has to do with Secret Life of Mormon Wives. Let me take a little sip for this one. So much has been happening in the Secret Lives world, and I'm obsessed with the Secret Lives, so I have a lot to say about it. I think the first thing that was happening is season 4 happened, it came out, and then The Bachelorette was about to come out. That is the season where Taylor Frankie Paul, the main girl on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which is a show about moms in Utah that are like religious and Mormon, but they kind of break the norms and they all are crazy and have orgies and swing and have drama and pettiness. And it's a mess. It's entertaining. It's like Real Housewives. But the main girl, Taylor Frankie Paul, she became the Bachelorette because she's kind of like has a degenerate plot line where she like has been in messy relationships. Girl, same, I get it. But so it was like tea to see her as the Bachelorette. So you guys, throughout the whole season of season 4, they were so scared that any bad information was going to fuck her up and fuck up her opportunities for Bachelorette because she was super hung up on her ex-husband, Dakota, and she would keep fucking him and hanging out with him and fighting with him and getting in these like violent fights. And I think her castmates were scared that she was going to fuck up her experience. And I remember they kept saying it, and it all happened. It happened, you guys. The Bachelorette episode 1 came out. Things were going well. Dakota, her ex-husband, then released a video of Taylor from 2 years ago yelling at him, attacking him, throwing chairs at him in a room where her daughter was and where it looked like her daughter was crying and was hurt. And that is not okay. That's absolutely disgusting. I understand that. She's, and many people in her lives have claimed that she had got the help, that, the daughter was not involved. She was just in the room. And that, that's what happens when you're in a toxic relationship. You're in a reactive, abusive relationship. And I could see that perspective as well, but I don't think it's ever right to, just full safety for the child always. But he released this video like right as The Bachelorette was coming out around. So people were saying like, did he do it to be revengeful or vengeful, or did he do it because, it's an actual issue that needed to be solved? It definitely needed to be solved, but I did think that she served time for it. And, it was public information, and The Bachelorette like did already like know this information. So then once this came out on TMZ and everywhere, The Bachelorette dropped her season, bruh. They dropped her season. They said that they took like a $90 million loss, like through advertisements and filming and production and payment. Like that's a lot, and it's not easy to pull something. So yeah, they pulled it. She's no longer coming out on that season. They stopped filming Secret Life of Mormon Wives. They put it at a halt because messy shit was going on, and they wanted to allow for them to figure it out and not be put all over the internet and do and say the wrong things for such serious topics. But while they stopped filming, bro, all the fun, juicy things are happening as well. Are y'all seeing what's going on? Jesse and Jordan are divorced. I think we all been knew that was going to happen. It seemed like Jesse wanted to do that from a mile away. Go off, girl. Like, live your best life. Jesse and Jordan are getting a divorce. Jesse's all scared about it because they never signed legal prenups with witnesses. So now they have to completely rewrite their prenup. And she's scared that he's going to take all this money from her because she's a millionaire and he would be very dirty. She's like, he was hard to marry and he's going to be even harder to divorce. Like, or easy to marry, hard to divorce. Like, that's what she was saying. And I could see that. And, he's pulling all the routes about it. And they're going back and forth on social media saying she did that, he did that. Jesse just went on Call Her Daddy, had this huge viral episode where she said that Jordan was hiring escorts in the whole Marciano situation that happened at Vanderpump Villa. If you guys know, basically she cheated on her husband on the show. And it was like publicized. It was a whole thing. And she was saying that like he made it seem like that was the whole tear of the relationship when really it was the escorts. And she brought up all this crazy drama and people were living for her and living for spilling the tea. And she was like the number one girl. Like she was like everybody was living. She was so close. It got there. But then now she's single. She's in the game. She got there. Chat. She hooked up with Chase. They were seen kissing. They were seen cuddling. If you don't know who Chase is, it's her best friend's ex-husband. Messy. So she basically hooked up with her best friend's ex-husband, and her best friend is pissed. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's exposing her. Everyone's saying she's fucked up. She sent Miranda, the girl, flowers and being like, I'm so sorry. Like, please forgive me. Miranda posted it on her story being like, look at these flowers I got, LOL. Like, it's messy and they're not even filming. It's like, bruh, but I'm sure the cameras were picked right back up. They have to have been. If they weren't, that is such an L. But Chase, out of everyone, like, Chase's family's kind of hot. Like, it's like 4 of the brothers. I don't know if you've seen them. They're all hot. But Chase, oh God. And Chase always tries to get with the friend group. Like, it's so messy. So for her to have been in a relationship with this guy for so long, and she has kids, and she's so respected in the friendships, and everyone loves her. And then for her to like detract or retract and like go make out with this guy that's her best friend's ex, like that's just messy. So people are really hating on Jessie right now and loving on Michaela and loving on the rest of the girls. It is a mess right now. If you guys have not watched Secret Life of Mormon Wives, you guys need to watch it. Like, it is tea. Watch it from season 1. Like, if you want a good thing to binge, like, watch that. And if you guys have any other reality things for me to watch, like, let me know, because I want to watch things, because I want to get back into it, especially as I'm getting my apartment nice. Like, I want to chill here more and like watch things and, you know, just turn off my mind. But you guys, that's everything on the Be So For Real podcast. Be So For Real podcast. Oh my God, Oscar. Is that a sign I'm kidding. Oscar, that's a sign that we need to like do a podcast together. You need, guys, Be So For Real podcast was my old podcast. That is so funny. Anyways, that is all on Pablo talk, you guys. I talked about so much, and I think this was a really good episode. It wasn't too hyper, right? I feel like I was pretty chill. That's what I do when I take like 2 hits of a pen or like a gardening. But I do like my higher intense episodes. So guys, that's the whole point of Pablo Talk. It's just me authentically, no cuts. Some days are boring, some days are not, some days are exciting, some days, you know, who knows. And I really appreciate you guys being here so much. I can't wait to grow the podcast even more. I hope you guys enjoyed. Was this good? Let me know if this was good. This feels right, but I don't know if it feels like enough. I feel like it's an hour and 20. We got to go. This is what happens. Every time I do this, I keep talking for 1 hour, 20 minutes. Oh, God. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching episode 12 of Pablo Talk. You guys are iconic. We have a really fun, chaotic couple of weeks, so we shall see how it all goes. I am still focused on loving myself, prioritizing myself and my health and my love and the respect I have for my family and my friends. And I just want to be a better person every single day. And I started going back to therapy, and it's really doing well for me. And we are not cutting any more corners. I got a new air fryer. I'm getting new furniture, hopefully a new car soon. I've been getting some nice things for my face and my self-care routine. I'm going to get a filter baby for my shower. And yeah, episode 12, we finished. I love you guys. Have the best day ever. Happy Monday. Mwah. I'll see you guys later. Bye.